Hola witches. Alright, so tonight's topic is going to be about auras. Do you work with them? If so, how? Yeah, I do work with auras, and I do feel like we all do. You know, it's an energy, it's a manifestation, an expression of who we are, and the things that, you know, go through us, and so, you know, that's our auric field. There's a lot of information, you know, encoded within the aura, and it's very important for us to be aware of that. So, um, yeah, I'm trying to think of, you know, how to really put what I want to say into words. If you have any questions about auras, if you have anything you want to share, please do so in the comment section, and I will definitely check that out, and hopefully I'll be able to respond. We can start like some sort of discussion. But yeah, auras are fun, and you know, it's really energy. I'll talk about the colors really, you know, because that's like the first thing when someone thinks of an aura, they think of like the different colors and what they mean. And I've had a lot of people ask me if you see auras and you know, what does this color mean? What does this color mean? I was told I've had this blue aura or this purple aura, and how do you interpret it, and what really is it representing? And so that's really personal. And so I feel like, you know, you people can have like a list of colors and what they mean, and you can go by that. But really, when you're looking at an aura, it just depends. So, and again, I'm kind of going to be rambling here, but hopefully you can catch on. But yeah, if when you're looking at an aura, or if you're trying to pick up on someone's energy, and you focus in on the energy that's surrounding them, their auric field, you might see colors. You know, if your dominant trait of psychic sense is to see, you might see colors, and so the colors that you see will manifest, and that is information. And as you see these colors, you will be given information. You will feel a certain way, or those colors will initiate some sort of response from you, and that's how you start to interpret, you know, what this energy is saying, what the aura is expressing. If those of you are more like, if you feel energy, so you're coming into contact with your friend, and you like, you feel their energy, and you're like, wow, I feel a certain way. That's also information as to what their aura is saying. And sometimes, like, that information, like that feeling, really inspires all this other information, and it starts to really make sense, and it comes to you through these feelings. But then you see the color through the feeling, and hopefully that makes sense, because that happens to me a lot. Like, I don't always, like, when I say I see this or I see that, sometimes it comes through as a feeling, and then it comes through as like just a knowing, and then those two co-create this image for me, and so I see this image through that feeling and the knowing. So it just, again, depends on your dominant psychic traits. But the colors and what they mean are very personal. I do suggest that you really meditate and channel these energies, because the more you build like a personal reference, a personal correspondence to, you know, psychic energy and how you feel and what you connect with, the better your interpretations will be, because utilizing someone else's interpretation is their interpretation, and while it's valid, your personal, you know, life story and your personal ups and downs, your personal responses to things, they build your own database. And so it's very important that you understand to take inspiration from what other people say on colors and symbology and such, but to interpret it through your own filters, because what I feel purple represents, you might feel it represents something else. You might have a history with the color purple. You might have, you know, different memories and different experiences that promote different, you know, emotional responses. And so it's, I'm sorry. But so it's important for you to really understand all of that when it comes to experiencing the aura. Okay, so really fun technique is to, you know, have two people, of course. You know, I always taught this in psychic training, is to have two people, and you have someone sit in a chair, and then you have them obviously they're sitting in the chair and they're just, breathing, they're focusing, and they're, just kind of just meditating, chilling. And then you have another person, kind of with a blindfold on or just with their eyes closed, and you have them feel for the aura of the individual, and then you have them place something down where they feel that energy stop, or that energy, when they actually start to feel the energy, have them place like something down. You might need 3 people for that. They can say, here, I feel this here, and then the other person can like put the marker down or whatnot, and then do that as they surround the individual. So make sure they do it from the back, from each side, and then the front. And you'll find that some people's auras will be closer to them from the back, but it'll be projected more at the front, or even vice versa. So it's very interesting to play with. That's another fun technique to do. And then you can actually start to, once you know how your aura is being projected, like let's say your back is like, their energy is like right there, very close to your back, and yet the front is very projected. You can actually start, consciously pushing your aura outward to make it, not so close to you, so it protects you a little more. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, once you start practicing that, you can, do the exercise again and see if, your auras actually progress to being projected at in a farther rate, farther spot. And that's really fun. That also helps you, pick up on your, psychic, sensing, your clairsentience, your feeling, the sensing the energy. So that helps a lot with that. And then, just, psychically tune in. If you want to see someone's aura, ground yourself. And if there are so many different grounding techniques, and I know I'm talking to witches, so do the best one that you enjoy. If not, just see a grounding, see a tube around your root chakra, see that tube get as wide as your hips, and see that tube enter to the center of the earth, and then see your energy ground out. Okay, and see that energy ground out to the center of earth, and then tune in. Focus on your breathing, pay attention to the thoughts that form in your head, and then set your intent to experience the aura of your target. Okay, and I would suggest, I was looking for a notebook, but I would suggest having a notebook, and then if you have to have your eyes closed, sometimes it's easier for some, and tap your, how many times am I gonna fucking say, y'all, shit, that's annoying. But tap your third eye, even tap your crown, and then see yourself around your target and start to pay attention to the energy that comes forth and start to write it down. There we go again. Write it down. If you see colors, write that down. If you have emotions coming to you, write that down. If you just have this knowing, write that down. You can even sketch, there it is again. You can sketch a figure and then write down different things that come to you, but focus on the aura. And that's just that's a fun technique, and that will help you understand the aura. That will help you get a good grasp on how it feels to you, and then also y'all, this is just crazy, but it will help you really fine-tune your psychic skills, and then once you do that, another fun technique that is it's more on the healing side, is to have a target again. You can do it to yourself too, but once you, throughout the day, if you want to feel a little better about yourself, or just feel better and feel like less stress and such, you can comb the aura. And so what you do is just, take your hands, you can rub them together, you know, snap your fingers, do what you will, activate that energy, and set that intent that you're going to comb the aura, you're going to, you know, de-stress and just, you know, make it, you know, feel good. Kind of like, you know, when, you know, cats come up and you're petting them, or a dog comes up and you're petting the dog and they come back for more, and it just feels good and they're comforted and it's just all good. Same thing when you comb an aura. That's how it feels, and it feels well, and it's just very relaxing, and you move energy around, because there's things that, you know, you can get something stuck in your aura, you can get stagnant energy in the auric field, and if you need to move it with your hands, spirit fingers, y'all, and take your hands, and then, you know, so you can start at the crown and just comb the aura. You know, comb it like how cats clean themselves. You know, just kind of go with the flow, man, and comb that shit, and make sure to get everywhere. You know, do it all, comb that energy, and then have fun with that. You know, it's a really fun experience. It's a little technique that you can do, and I would actually suggest to read someone's aura before you do that, and then read their aura after you do that. You might pick up on different stuff. And another thing to do is, like the technique I said, to feel the aura, you know, do that before, comb the aura, you know, do that, and then pay attention to the aura afterwards. So feel that energy and see where it's projected. Did it change? Did it not change? That's something to really, you know, to have fun with, and make a documentation of it, because it's fun, and yeah, it's the aura. There's a lot of information there, and there's a lot of information from other people there too. When people tend to send negative thought programming to us, or even positive thought programming to us, it can be seen and witnessed and experienced in the auric field. And so when you're tapping into that energy, you will know what it feels like, or if you see, you'll see it in different colors as maybe a dullness or darkness or whatnot, but you'll experience the aura, and you'll know that these energies are either very uplifting and inspiring, or they're a little lower vibration, and they're a little negative, and they're very heavy. But you can go through that aura and do a psychic reading. You know, you pick up that energy, you see those colors, you feel those emotions or those feelings. You just have these knowings, or this knowing, I don't know. And all of that is information. Write it down and pay attention to it. So if someone's, you know, targeting you, you know, at work, let's say, you know, someone is just, you know, being a bitch, they're rude, or you've had experienced a horrible customer, their projection can end up in your aura, because they're projecting towards you, and so that energy is intermingling with the outer shell, the auric field. And so it's important for you to pay attention to that, and that's why sometimes when you're not necessarily in a bad mood, but people come to you and like, oh, what's going on, like, what's wrong? Or they might, you know, feel that you are expressing, or you're projecting this energy that's not necessarily your own. And that's why, because when we experience different types of people throughout the day, their projections, we can actually take that on in the aura. So it's very important for you to really tune into your aura sorry, ever so often, and clean it out, comb it, be aware of it, release it. Another fun exercise to really heal the aura and to kind of like rebalance it is and you can do this with a friend, you can do this to yourself, but sometimes, you know, doing it to yourself is not necessarily as fun, but you can pull different colors. Like if you don't feel really good, if you feel very weighted and like heavy and just down, and you know that your aura has some shit going on, you can actually just take your fingers and you know, energetically pull on the spots that you feel are just gross, and pull and see colors, and as you pull that color out, throw it down to the center of the earth and see it transform, and keep pulling that energy until you see a lighter color or something more uplifting. And once you expose that, surround the aura in gold energy, and see that gold energy really fine tune and meld with the aura, and make you whole again, or make your target whole again. See it repair anything that needs to be repaired, and let it become whole. All right. Let's see. I think that's it, you know. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll definitely do my best to respond. I apologize for saying you know like a fucking 1,000 times over here. That's a bunch of bullshit. But yeah, you know, the auras are fun to play with, and this is, before I go, I guess this is another technique, and you know, another thing to do to practice your skills is to target someone. Look at their aura and take your energy and push them. If you're in a line, if you're in a long line, take your energy and kind of push certain individuals, their auras, push them out of the way. Or if you are witnessing someone who is being a little irate, or someone who's being a freaking cunt, play with their aura. You know, look at their aura. If there's anything that you'll be able to see the cuntiness in their aura, and then manipulate it. It's like a painting. It might be like black or dull, and go into that aura and calm that shit down. There's so many different things you can do with them, and they're so fun. But yeah, that's kind of like what I have to express. Auras are fun. We experience them on the daily. But yeah, if you want to know anything else, if you have any comments, anything that I've said on the techniques that I've expressed, please do so, and I'll definitely get back to you. But until next time, y'all, be blessed.